So we can look at a bunch of different types of numbers, fractions, decimals, and percents, and put them in order. In this case, let's put them in order from least to greatest. So in order to be able to compare them, we need to have them all into the same type of number. How about we just use percents? So 2/5 would be 2 divided by 5, and 2 divided by 5 would be 0.4, or 4/10. And that would then become 0.40, or 40 hundredths, which is 40%. Now 21 hundredths is great. That's 21 over 100. There's your percent, 21%. 19% is already good to go. And then we have 2/10. If you want, you can just add a 0 to the end of that, so it's 20 hundredths, and that would be out of 100, so there's your percent, 20%. And then we can find the one, since they're all percents, it's easier to tell which one's going to come first, the least. So here I ordered them. This would be first, second, third, and then fourth. Here's another set of percents, fractions, and decimals. Pause the video and rename them each into whichever you would like, and then order them from least to greatest. In this example, I decided to change them all into percents, since if it's in a percent, I think it's very easy to tell which one's going to be the least and to the greatest. So our first 1% is already good to go. 2/3 as a fraction would be 2 divided by 3. And you would add a decimal and a 0 and start dividing. And you'll soon see that it's going to be a 6 repeating. So if we write that as a percent, then multiply by 100, move the decimal over 2 place values, and then I decided to round it here to the hundredths, so it's 66 and 67 hundredths percent. This 6/10, you could leave it as 6/10 and write it as a fraction, and then say, well, I got to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 10 so that I get 100 in the denominator, and it's going to be 60 hundredths. So there's your percent, 60%. Or you could have added a 0 behind it and read it 60 hundredths, 60%. And 67% is already good to go. And then check and see, did you put them in order from least to greatest? Now watch out, because sometimes tests or papers will ask for greatest to least, so be careful and read your directions carefully.